I don't know. I kind of like the original Fantastic Four, bro.
I did too, honestly.
Jessica,
they were cool.
They were funny.
I like the guy that plays Mr. Fantastic, Richard and Johnny was good, and so was the Thing. They were all good.
Yeah.
They were just kind of like not that great of movies, but...
Well, there wasn't... It came out at a time where like none of it was big, you know?
Yeah.
But by itself, it was good.
Yeah. I enjoy the movies. Like, when I watch them, like they were cool. Now, like, nerds are going to be like, oh, it was fucking stupid. But it was nice at the time. I was really into it. Like, when I saw the Silver Surfer, bro, I was like, oh, shit. I didn't even know who that fucker was, but I was like, that shit looks cool, you know?
Fucked up fucking Human Torch.
Yeah.
Just fucking grabbed him. He's like...
Yeah, he just grabs him, and then they do the whole power switching shit. And yeah, pues Jessica was fucking fine.
I know.
Era mi novia, no sabía. Todavía.
No, güey, like... Cuando se la encorada, güey, chaquetota, güey. Like, and estaba encorada, güey, just like a... Because she'll go invisible, right?
Yeah, she'll go
invisible. And you see, like, the bra and the panties.
That was enough.
And I'm just like, pause.
That was enough, dog.
I like, pause, bro, like, real quick. I'm
las cosas que me podía imaginar, güey, fuck.
Las cosas... No sabes cuánto me hice daño, güey.
Oh, shit. Welcome, everybody, to CharroBeans podcast, a Mariachi podcast.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to... Yeah, we weren't here last week.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, it was a busy week, and it was actually my last week of school.
Oh, I thought, like, on here?
Oh, no, it's just... It was my last week of school. Ya ves, pendejo? Ya ves? That's what you get for fucking always throwing your shit on... You're gonna pick that up before we leave, motherfucker.
Oh, not right now?
Because then my freaking... I have the little aspiradora that's a robot. It's gonna fucking die with that piece of gum. Yeah, it's gonna be like... So yeah. Yeah, está potente. While he goes to pick up his trash. Yeah, last week was a pretty busy week for me personally, just because it was... No, last week? I was like, pen. It was the last week of school for me, so there was a lot of things to take care of, and just in general, I had like events lined up, and I had to turn in grades. Like being a teacher, you got a lot of stuff to do.
Oh, you want to talk about that? No, you can't talk about that, right?
What?
Tus estudiantes.
What about them? I'm like, ¿me los madreo?
Casi.
Oh.
No, right?
No, what?
I'm like, the one with the email.
Oh, I can't really talk about it. Just nah, I shouldn't.
Yeah, I got you.
Me van a agarrar. But point is, grades are very important as a teacher and as a student, so you should do your stuff. I'll just leave it at that. And since I had a lot of things that I had to do, yeah, I kind of postponed it a little bit. But we had a what'd you do last week?
Are your kids pass? How do you grade your kids? Are you just like? They played A chord, like, okay, Ciento.
Well, see, I mean, think about it, like, in a mariachi program, like, I consistently watch their progress throughout the year. So my biggest thing is, like, if you're participating, if you're answering questions in class, we do playing tests, which means, like, they'll come up and they'll play in front of the class. Like, I make them do that. Like, it just holds them accountable to learn, like, whatever part of the song we're doing. Stuff like that, I grade them.
I'm just wondering how it looks on paper, you know, like, okay, like downstrum, okay, 50. A ver, upstrum, okay, 100.
Yeah.
A ver, un golpe apagado, and la cagan, like, menos 10.
I mean, that's the thing, like, you have to find ways to grade your students, and that's for any elective, but since my class is an elective, like, you wouldn't take my class unless you wanted to do mariachi, or at least that's the idea.
Like, it's not needed.
If you don't need mariachi to graduate, and mine being elective, like, you should be there because you want to be there.
It's not
right?
English, bro. Yeah.
Now, whether or not that actually happens, you know, that's on the student, you know. But I do my best to try to grade them and try to give them at the very least like as much knowledge as I can, and whether they take that or not, that's on them, you know. Pero no, but I mean, I find creative ways to grade them accordingly.
You're like, I better do a flip with the C chord.
Exactly. Like, I wouldn't tell them, like, draw me a mural of me playing guitar, and then I'd grade them on that. Like, you wouldn't. That's not adhere to our curriculum.
It's oddly specific.
Yeah, I tried it. No, just kidding. No, but it was just a busy week for me, and so I didn't get a chance to do this. But I'm glad we're back, and we're gonna now. This was my first day officially on summer break. I know you've been kind of off, huh?
I've been doing nothing, bro.
Yeah.
It's because I had the most. I think this is like the most stressful summer that I've had. Semester.
Yeah, I know from just based on what you told me. Yeah,
Like I've just felt like shutting down. So like, I don't know how long I've been on break, but it's not enough.
A couple of weeks. You finished right after Mother's Day, no?
Yeah. So yeah, 2 weeks.
Last 2 weeks. And do you think you've been using your time efficiently?
No, but no.
Oh,
like,
okay.
No. Like
Chingon. I mean, I feel you though. Like today, like I woke up super late. The greatest feeling in the world was like going to my alarms and turning all of them off, like because I knew that I could sleep in today, and I like knowing that is a possibility every day. If I just want to be a freaking bum, I can for a little bit.
It's turned into like a guilty pleasure because I feel like I could be doing something positive right now, you know?
Positive in life.
And then I'm like, oh, look at that, it's 2 p.m. Like, you know.
Wait, for me, it's like, ya son las 4 de la mañana, fuck. Like,
what?
Yeah, me de dormir, like, you know. For me, like during the summer, I'd be sleeping even later. Because even then, like during the school year, I sleep at times that are not appropriate. Like, I should be getting more rest. And,
Good to do, bro.
And especially with me, because I'm not that great staying up in the daytime. Pero during the summer, since I know that for sure, like tomorrow morning, like nothing is going on, I'll be sleeping late, man. I'll be sleeping real late. Yeah, don't do that. It's really bad, bro. Like, pero. Yeah. Yo soy como Batman, bro. I never sleep.
Never sleep. I thought you said like I do my best work at night. You know.
Batman never. He wouldn't say that, bro. Yo lo conozco, güey.
Beat up criminals. Oh, es tu tío.
Yeah, es mi tío, güey. Es mi padrino.
Sí, padrino.
That'd be great. That motherfucker's rich as shit. Yeah, but so this season is one that's characterized by graduation. So like right now, like I have a week, and then my school they graduate on Sunday. So like all the seniors.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go with your little batita and like your? Oh,
I always thought that I was gonna do that. You talking about like the teachers? Yeah, I'm not important enough to be on the stage. Bro? Yeah, damn. Like I always thought that once you became a teacher, like you're a part of graduation. So like, I remember seeing like some teachers wearing like the robe. Is that what it's in? The graduation robe. Is that right? Cape? No. Gown. That's what it is. Yeah, graduation gown.
Cape. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I remember seeing teachers and being like, "Oh shit! Like I'm gonna be that one day." So now that I'm a teacher, so I'll get to wear the gown and I can wear like the funny hat because they wear hats instead of like the little square. So I thought that was gonna be me, but yeah, apparently it's only like important people like the APs and the principal and like the people that organize for the class and stuff. So me being, pues, un humilde mariachi teacher, a mí no me dan esas cosas. So I have to go like a normal ass spectator.
Oh,
like last year, I just showed up. I was walking through the crowds and everything, and I was just like, they don't know that I'm a teacher. Like, I was showing my ID to everybody. I was like, look, yeah.
They don't know he passed because I passed him.
Yeah,
not because.
Yeah, they're here because they passed. No, actually, they can fail my class technically and still graduate. But
bro.
Yeah, because it's an elective. Especially like if you've been there 3-4 years already, like you're just getting that extra elective credit. But
gotcha.
I think you only need one, no, of an elective or 2 or 3. I don't remember. It's
been too long.
It's been way too long since high school. Pero yeah, so on Sunday they're gonna graduate, man, and I think what I told my students, I tell them all the time is like, all right, well, you guys have till Sunday, and then after that, good luck figuring out like the rest of your life. Because that's
how long have you been a teacher?
This is the end of my fourth school year.
So your first batch is graduating?
Yeah. So it's funny because like I told my students, like I have a couple of graduates this year that are seniors and have been my students since they were freshmen. Except this was the class that started on COVID. Like I met them all online, and it's cool because it was like my first batch that I had for 4 years, and they're leaving, right? So they can't say they had another mariachi teacher. Like I was literally their teacher for 4 years, which is a good and bad thing, right? But at the same time, these I think is funny because like I always bring it up to them, but I'm like, you guys remember? Like I met you guys on Zoom, and I didn't know what they looked like for like a whole year.
Yeah.
Because I could when you go onto like the teacher portal, you can look up their picture, but it's their picture from like middle school, like when están todos morritos, you know. So like they don't necessarily look like how they look like now. So like a lot of them I didn't meet for a full year, and I didn't meet them until 2021, which is the year after once COVID we all came back. And I remember just saying like, because dude, imagine like how do you teach mariachi on a COVID like year? Because like for a whole since October, since I had to have them like
They didn't have instruments.
yeah, a lot of them
Damn.
didn't have instruments. So we had general class, and they would find me on Zoom, and I would talk to them, and I was just trying to find things to do, like think of music to show them, like videos, and I try to make lessons out of it, and I try to bring up like history. And it's funny because like a lot of them will bring it up too, like, Mister, remember when you used to tell us like history? I was like, yeah, like what did I talk about? I was like, I don't know, man. I was playing Fortnite. Like, so like, yo aquí like, you know, en 1954, cuando Gaspar Vargas empezó, or whatever the fuck, you know, and these kids were like literally. One time I remember, you could just hear like, I was like, I don't know whose microphone is on, but can you please turn down like your TV or whatever you're doing? You just hear like, sorry, and then they just turn it off. So like that whole year I
like...
no, wait, no, the only thing I saw was their name like on the Zoom screen, or a ceiling fan, because none of them ever showed their face.
I mean, I understand.
Huh?
I understand personally.
Yeah, did you have Zoom classes around that time? I don't remember.
Well, I've had like online classes too.
And people do that same thing. Yeah, it's like a thing.
It's really, I really hate it when teachers are like, "Let me see your face." Like, I want to see your face, and I'm like, you know, like just put it back.
Yeah, but it's like I didn't get to see them for a whole year, and I didn't get to. So I really feel like I lost a year with them because we didn't do anything. We didn't go to competition. We didn't prepare for anything. Like that was probably the biggest group I had at the time. So I felt like our time got cut short. Some of them said that too. You know, like their 4 years went by pretty fast, but realistically, it was 3 years. 3 years that I got to work with them, and now they're gone. You know, y ahorita que se van a ir.
¿Vas a llorar, güey?
Huh?
¿Vas a llorar?
I didn't cry at our banquet.
Why not?
I don't know.
Are you dead inside?
Maybe. We had
a whole banquet, bro.
We tried to throw this year and last year we threw a banquet for them, and I do give out, like, I bought these awards. I made them like little plaques. I ordered them from this place, and I gave out like awards to my members that have been there for 4 years, and other awards like MVP and like helping hand, like a good morale, which is like whenever I gave them like different awards for different things, like and like I gave like little speeches about them, and the whole time they wanted to make me cry. Like they were the ones crying, and I was just over here like, no, pues
¿Vas a llorar?
Yeah.
¿Vas a llorar? Like, that's why you're crying, bro?
Yeah.
Man, yo te voy a llorar, ven, güey. Cállate. Go sit down.
Well, yeah, I didn't do that. I just told them.
For the record. Like.
I think that I always look at it like a realistic approach. I'm like, I'm just glad that you guys were here, and it's not goodbye. You know, like I'll see you guys again soon. Like come down. Don't be strangers. Like come back to the program and say what's up. You know, and I just tell them like I appreciate what time and commitment they spent in the last couple of years. Because I mean, when you think about it, like an elective like mariachi, like you have to be there all the time for practice. You got to learn your music and do this and that, and I wanted the other students to also like do soccer. A lot of them were athletes. They had other commitments too, and if you only have 4 years in school, I feel like you should do what you want to do in those 4 years, because at the end of the day, like once the 4 years are done, like there's some people, like I have some students that say they're never going to play again because they're looking at it realistically. Like I'm not going to school for music. Some of them don't own an instrument, like they would rent it from school. So like it's crazy to think that like you spent all this time learning this instrument and all of a sudden you just stop, like cold turkey, you just stop. And it's not bad. It means that they're gonna go off and do something else. You know, I have one going to the army, Good luck. I always tell him, I'm like, good luck with that, sir. Like, I te miro. Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Yeah. Me cuidas, güey. You know, because they're defending freedom, right? That's what you do, right?
Especially now that we're about to.
Yeah,
that's not important.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
I was like, I'll let him deal with that. And then and then some other was like they're gonna go to community college or they're gonna go to college, 4-year university. Like I told all of them, just find something you want to do or at least want to pursue, but you got to do something. Because a lot of them, like, I feel like they don't register in their heads. Like, not just them, but like any student don't register in their head that like after you're done with high school, like you really do have to figure out what you want to do next. Like there's kids that say like I'm gonna take like the summer off, and I get it, I understand. But after that, what are you gonna do? Like, because you have to think ahead. You have to, because again, nowadays you could just stand there and be at your house and do nothing. But like you still need to pay for stuff. Like you still need to. If you want to go anywhere, you got to pay for stuff. Like, at the very least, you have to make some money to do anything. Like, you can't just live rent free or whatever. Like, you're gonna get hungry at some point.
As well, like one of my professors said it too. Is essentially when you're in school, that's technically like the best time of your life, bro. Because you don't have as much responsibilities as you're gonna have them when you grow up. You know, because right now estás aprendiendo. Or at least when you're in college or university, you're learning to do something, right? Estás aprendiendo a ejercer.
That's why you're there. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a different thing, like learning to do something, you know, because there's trial and error compared to like when you get the actual job, you're supposed to like to apply whatever you learn. Because now it's like depending on the job, like you're gonna get paid or you're gonna get fired, you know. Like, so it's like
that meme that I saw that it was like the next doctor that does like an open heart surgery is like the guy that like cheated his way through Zoom classes and went on Quizlet, you know. And I'm like, that's the motherfucker that needs to know what he's doing. You know, like, dude. What do you mean, Kimomori? You know, like just sign this to say that you can't sue us because you died. Like, died? Like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm telling you straight up, bro. Like, I cheated my way through medical school. Like, fuck, man. Like, esos son los doctores ahorita.
Like, I use virtual, bro. Like,
yeah.
I didn't think I looked in real life, you know?
Yeah, bro. He's like, I can't look at dead bodies. Or I can't look at blood. You know, like people that are sensitive to that.
Or it's like post surgery, they're just like, damn, bro, you were bleeding so much. Like, I don't know how I did it. Like,
Y deja el teléfono adentro.
It's like, oh, Beth, can you call me? Can you call my phone? You just feel like the like on your chest.
Like, man, we're gonna have to do this shit again, dog. Fuck.
Like, give me a big smile for me, big breath. You know?
Yeah. Count from 1,000 down. But yeah, man, it's. I just hope that each one of them, like, I got them for those 4 years. I hope that I taught them. I like to talk to them about life too. You know, just I don't want to just be like the mariachi teacher. Like, I try to tell them like straight up. I always try to instill the fact that I was in their position just like 10 years ago. Because again, like they like to call me old, but I'm not that old because I'm still relatively close to their age, you know. So yo les digo, like I was
15 years, you know.
Yeah, just a little bit like that, right? But I was in that same position. Like I went to a 4-year college, but as soon as I was done with my 4-year college, like I was like, okay, now what? Like I had to find a job, you know. Like it wasn't easy. Like I had to find something that wasn't even in my profession. Like I studied PR, and then I started working at a car dealership. Like right away. I went to a scam first, and then I went to the car dealership. And I worked there for 3 years, like at the car dealership, and it's because I couldn't find anything else. I had to start. I was starting to think about marriage. Just starting to think about where I'm gonna live. Like, you know, all of these things, like I said, that atraviesan, and you got to find a way to like figure it out. Because at the end of the day, too, if I hadn't done that, like I would have been in some other situation or whatever, like, but those are the decisions that I made to go ahead or to get ahead. And this technically isn't my trajectory. I didn't think I would be a music teacher, a mariachi teacher at a local high school, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm very fortunate of being in that position. But like these kids, like a lot of them think that like they have it figured out, and I'm like, sometimes it doesn't work like that. You would think so. I mean, I had an assignment years ago that I told like eighth, ninth grade students to write about like what they would want to do in life, and like the number one thing was like YouTube streamer or like Twitch streamer or famous, and I'm like, yeah, you could be that. I'm not saying you can't, but it's extremely hard. Like I think even harder than just getting a regular ass job. Like think about how many people are on top like that. Like it's not a lot of them. You know, I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just trying to tell you like the real world is out there, and you got to figure it out.
Well, I mean, that's part of being a kid, you know. It's you coming out of that like bubble where like you think it's like nice and easy, and then you get in there and it's not, and that's when you turn into like an adult, right?
Yeah.
So they'll get there.
Like, cause yeah, like when you hear them young, man, you just hear them talking. They're like, yeah, I could make like 15. I could make like $12, $15 an hour, and I'm like, y luego cuando tengas novia, like. Te va a cobrar, like you're gonna... Te va a cobrar.
Eso no es una novia, güey. No. That's something else, bro.
O sea, like, there's some girls que I'm saying...
God.
Eso es otra...
What type of girlfriends were you having?
I'm like, espérame. I'm like, I didn't mean to say what I said. Y hay veces que están caras, güey. No te creas. What? Why you laughing at me?
Oh, Sammy.
Me cachaste, cabrón. No, I mean like, there's girls out there.
Verga, güey. No mames. De pechito.
Anyway, like I was saying.
I'm never gonna forget this, bro.
No, es que hay chavas que quieres que las mantengan o te quitan like your pay. And God forbid you have a child with them, bro. Ya valiste verga, you know. Like it's just you can put yourself in a very tough situation, is what I'm saying. And if you're a dude just working a waiter job, like you're kind of screwed in that for. And that's what I mean. Have you ever heard anybody tell you say like, "Damn, I wish I would have gone to college"? I've had friends tell me that, or like people, like classmates, like tell me that before. Like people that I went to school with, like, "Damn, I wish I would have gone to college, bro." And I'm like, "Stay here, wait."
TCC, baby.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a good route. It's like what you did. You went to TCC, and then now you're at UNT, and you're actually studying, which
years
is good.
later, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, you're doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, there's never just one path to things. Like, there's always you take your path and you just try to keep going forward. Yeah. Any direction that you have to go through has to be forward. If you're going backwards in any way, like, ya valiste. Like, you can go forward, you can go slow. También hay gente que va bien despacito where they're going, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you're going forward, you're fine. That's what I tell my students all the time.
Yeah. But enough with the TED Talk. Let's move to Andamos.
I don't know. This is your segment, bro.
Sí, güey.
Speaking of graduation season, we asked our listeners.
That's where I was going.
Okay.
No, ya tú dale, güey. Ya no quiero.
I don't know what I said. What was the question? ¿Qué puse?
So the question for the Charro topic, it was for those graduating high school or college, memories of your music program. Nobody liked this shit, bro.
Yeah. What did you say? Is it they're like graduation, bro? Like,
por eso somos charros.
Por eso somos charros.
Because I didn't go to school, bro. Or you're doing this to go to school, you know. Because for me,
so
o sea, no disrespect. I know.
Here we go.
Like it can be like if you wanted to live out of Mariachi, you could.
You could.
Like absolutely, you could. Like if you worked Monday to Sunday, you're good. No, nah.
You just laughing to yourself.
¿Qué te voy a decir? You could, but you just have to know that it is gonna wear you down a little bit, you know, and you just have to deal with a lot. Like it's not gonna be all happiness. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. It's like whenever I hear about other groups, like I'm not saying our group is perfect either. Like our group has its flaws in various things, but I mean I've heard stuff from other groups and I'm just like that fucking sucks or whatever. Like some como tú dices que trabajan todos los días. Like there are people that do that. Like Maromean, they work Monday through Sunday. But again, the thing about mariachi is it's so inconsistent. You could be working like hella gigs all week, And then there's other weeks como que no te sale nada. And those same people that are used to working every day are calling up people like, hey, güey, ¿no tienes chamba, güey? Pues algo. It's just like,
Yeah.
You have gigs, bro?
That's a different call, bro. But like what I'm trying to say is that since it's very like unofficial, like I use it to pay taxes, but I do it like a different way, right? Like but o sea, no tienes like a retirement fund, you don't have a 401k, stuff like that. Stuff that it's gonna make you work your whole life.
Like
you know,
si vas a hacer charro,
because you're not gonna be living. Well, you might. You're not gonna be living paycheck to paycheck, but ya cuando estés viejito, you have to keep working to keep maintaining yourself. You know.
Y cuántos hacen eso? You know, you see a lot of charros
like
que están viejitos.
Yeah.
And a lot of them they do it. Not, I mean, that's the thing. You could do it because you want to. Like, look at the Mike in our group. He has his job that he's been working forever. So he has his like job. He does mariachi because le sale bien. Huh?
Not anymore.
Well, I know, but
like,
how long did he do it for? Right? Like
forever.
he worked his job forever. And mariachi was like his side hustle. Like, y él venía aquí.
Yeah, it's like his little hobby too. Like, it's kind of like, I just like to hang out. Like, because he also has like, I mean, no echar de cabeza, but he has like several like terrenos, you know, and like
for sure,
like renta y todo. So he has like several incomes, you know, like no está aquí nomás living paycheck to paycheck. He's le está echando ganas.
Like
he's living comfortably now.
Yeah, every time I think when I look at someone like him and how he's used mariachi, and it's helped him because I mean he gets that little side paycheck. Y le saca para, you know, for a rainy day kind of shit, you know, and that's why he has like stuff like that.
So you definitely can. Just think about the future constantly, is what I would say. If you want to do it, you can do it. Because I wanted to do it. When I was like 18, 20, I was like, I could do this. You know?
I think that's just me thinking of La Juventud, right? But it's like you said, like when you were 18, you're like, oh yeah, I can do charro my whole life. No pasa nada. And I'll work till I'm tired, and you're what, 20 something? You're like, bro, I'm tired.
Yeah.
And it's like you're supposed theoretically you're supposed to do this for another 40 years, you know, because you're supposed to retire at age 60, which is a crazy.
Well, then they move it up to 70, 72.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Which is a crazy age to expect to do nothing and finally reap the benefits of retirement.
Yeah,
but you couldn't do that if you were solely a mariachi. Exactly. You think about it.
Yeah, and
you couldn't.
I'm also saying like if you want to buy big boy stuff, you know, like a good car or like a house, you know, because if you rent and you get a roommate con otros tres charros, you know, pues sí la vas a hacer. But
which a lot
like,
of people
do. There's gonna be a time where like you might wanna pick a place where you're gonna like settle down, you know. You don't have to get married or anything, but you know, a place where like eres solo tú, you know. Because you're not gonna have roommates your whole life. And
that's the other thing. Like it's like in New York. Like people that live in New York, dicen que they live with roommates their whole life. Es que no la hacen allá. Not just charros. I'm just saying people in general. Because like the rent over there is crazy.
Oh, in LA too, no?
Yeah, the rent over there is crazy. Like, and you'll never own a home living there. So, ponle que te juntas with a girl. And then, you know, you have a kid, you have a couple kids. Like, you can't have a whole family with 2 other charros living with you or something like that. Like, you want your life, like, you know, que sea tuya, you know, o sea, que sea tu casa and all that stuff. And, I mean, de puro charro, I mean, it's...
You can.
You can.
I'm saying you can.
You can.
But just think about... You do your own research. You look at how much is a house right now and how much car is, how much insurance is, you know, and then... Ponlas estas, and are you working enough to meet that?
Which is kind of wild.
And you make your choice, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can, like, because I don't want you to feel like, oh,
que no se puede.
Yeah, because like being a charro is great and all. For me, not anymore. Porque not just because of like income, like, but I've also like I have other aspirations now, you know. So.
Well, that's why you're pursuing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why, like, it's because if you ask 18-year-old you, I think at the time you were like really into harp, and I think you had said you wanted to go to California maybe one day and like see what it's like and everything. And I think at that time, if you told that same kid that like a couple years later you're gonna be really into physical therapy and pursuing like a doctorate, right? You want to do doctorate? Yeah. So pursuing a doctorate, you'd probably be telling yourself like, "Why? I'm already really good at harp. Like, voy a estar chico paso con madre. Voy a tener che mansión. I have all the honeys, But like
miel.
See, wait. But it's real world. It's like you got to find something that maybe is a little more secure, like something that gives you retirement.
Yeah.
Because even then, me as a teacher, dude, whenever I set up my 403B account, which is like it's like teachers don't have a 401k. We have like a retirement system thing. But a 403B is como aparte. Because you know what they tell you? Because you have a retirement fund as a teacher. It's called NTRS or TRS, a teacher retirement system. Tu cheque, I'm like, who the fuck is TRS, bro? What the fuck? You're taking my check. But it's like your retirement, right? Then a 403B is como a separate account because dicen que with what they give you in NTRS, because they want you to retire like around 50, 60 or whatever. Like I forgot how many years you have to put in as a teacher to like be eligible to take that money out, right? So like a 403B is a separate account because what you take out of there, they're like, yeah, con eso no vas a vivir.
Okay.
So they're all like, you have to set up you don't have to, right? But like it's a good idea to set up a 403B account because así tienes like another extra money that like you can live comfortably like when you retire.
What the fuck?
So I was like, all right, well let's do it. But they told like, yeah, essentially I have to retire around 50 something. Like by the time that I put in 30 years of teaching or whatever. So I remember just thinking like, okay, it was like if I'm not like doing calculations in my head, right? I'm like, you want me to retire at fucking 60? I was like, that's older than my parents, I can take it out before, right? But what I'm saying is like the fucking bar graph that they made and shit. Yeah. It says that okay, like age 60. Have a blast. And I'm like, I can't walk. I won't walk around that time. And I'll be like year one, because I set this up after my first year. I was like, I just put in a year. You want me to do this another fucking
59 times?
Yeah. And you're telling me that, yeah, whatever. And then like you're telling me like some little kid on YouTube just made like 400 mil like this year, bro. Because he like, I don't know, plays like that one kid. There's a kid that used to review toys. Era un chiquillo, but he used to have like the most popular YouTube channel.
Well, I think you told me like Cassie saw it, or who was it?
I don't remember. Yeah, but he was just making hella money. And I'm just thinking like,
pinche niño.
I was like, I play with toys. I could have done this shit. But no, it's just crazy to think about. Like even like you would think like someone that has a salary and all that. Like no, they still want you to retire at an age where you're like you get to enjoy it for like maybe 2 years and then. Te mueres a la verga. You're just like, nah, pues ni modo.
Todo para qué.
Y todo. If anything, bro. I'm setting because that's what sucks about being first generation too, bro. Like all the success that you can have, maybe like us, like let's say we get successful or whatever, and you make enough money or whatever, you pass it down to your kids. They're the ones that reap the benefits, bro. Yeah. Like they're gonna keep my house. They're gonna rent this to Airbnb. Like and like in my house, like I'm trying to set up generational wealth. There's gonna be some trendy couple in my old room. I'm gonna be like,
live review, bitch. Yank me to the hallway.
Oh shit, mi pinche fantasma. Hey, wait. Levanta mis chanclas, güey.
Like, limpia mi piso, culero, no mames.
I'm like, boo, bitch.
La lavadora.
Sí, güey. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, if I was a ghost, I would. Nah, en desmadre, güey. Like, on the first day, whoever's in charge of like the ghost system, like, nah, go back to hell or heaven, wherever you're going, bro. Like,
just be a creepy ghost. You go to un vato se está bañando and you're just like, so what you doing here?
I just draw like a little heart. I'm like,
on the glass.
Yeah. Anyways, back to Mariachi.
Yeah.
Like sidewing.
Yeah. So graduation. Yeah. Make sure that you graduate and figure out your life because it's the years pass by. It's been. You know how long it's been? It's been 6. No, I can't count. 4, 3. It's been 7 years since I graduated college, bro.
7 years.
2017, baby.
It's been like
That's crazy, man.
it's like -1 for me.
No, but it's just crazy to think about, dude, because it's like, college it seems like it was 4 years, right? It's 4 years of college, so I was there, and now I'm like, the viejo way, like all these kids are graduating high school. Like all my cousins that were little like rugrats, they're all fucking graduating high school. They're graduating college. That's no, yeah. So it's crazy, man. Like el tiempo sí pasa. Es como dice la canción, el tiempo pasa. This person says, I got lots of memories, but it's crazy to think that I get to be a music teacher now. Yeah. Which is because this person said, like, I got a lot of memories, like, of my program. Too. It's him just, like, looking at the camera or something. I couldn't really tell.
Martel.
What did he do? Just kind of, like...
Yeah, it's just him graduating.
Yeah.
Picking up his diploma.
I guess he wanted to prove that he graduated. I'm like, not the creo, way.
I understand.
No, yeah, man. I told you, I think the biggest thing about being a teacher is, like, the responsibility. Because, like you really are in charge of all of these young adults and young children, like the ones that are like in middle school, are like kids still. They're teenagers, but
they're growing adults.
They're growing adults, and then like the ones in high school, they're like, even though some of them still act like kids, but like they're getting older, like, and you are responsible for all of them. And it's like, dude, I can't even take care of myself. Like, what makes you think I'm gonna take care of this kid?
Honestly,
but that's the responsibility that you have to have as an educator. Like, you're responsible. I'm just glad I'm not teaching him math because I can teach him basically as much as I can, but I think a calculator would still know more by the end of the year.
I remember one time the teacher tried to be like, "Hey, you want to see like a cool trick on a calculator?" I'm like, "No,"
Like it wasn't interesting at all.
No, because it's a calculator, bro. Like,
it's a calculator.
What are we gonna write boobs? I don't know how to do that.
I know how to do that. I can write boobies. I can write boobies on a calculator. I can write boobs, or boobies. Yeah.
Bro, use 80081. Fuck.
3.
3?
And then
5?
And then 5.
No, that's boobes.
Wait, I'll write it right now.
You did an I, boobies. 8008. Oh, 1. 135. Or are we looking this up?
I'm not the same. I think I fucked that up. Yeah, I fucked that up. I think I wrote it wrong. I wrote it backwards. What the fuck? Point is, I used to be able to write boobies. He's saying he's gonna be a music teacher, so
congrats.
Oof, congrats. Yeah.
Have fun.
Have fun with it. If you're just a general music, I think general music is kind of crazy. Like if you do general music in elementary, there's some people that do that 1 through 5, K through 5. You're the music teacher. I think you got to be like fun though, and I'm not fun. Like when I think, did you have a music class in elementary?
The little flute or recorder?
It's a recorder. Yeah. So
I lost mine.
That's got to be the most annoying fucking instrument. And it's funny because they give it to 30 fucking kids in one classroom, and they're like, all right, this is an E, and every kid is like, it's like, who can do it the loudest, because I remember that music class, and it was cool. Like, we were learning about music and whatever. I remember bringing it home and, like, trying to practice, and my mom's like, shut the fuck up. Because it just sounds like noise. So, like, because it probably was, right? But, because when you just go, like, when you do it too hard and it does the squeak, like it squeaks or whatever. I think that's what I was doing. I was like just fucking around with it, and that's probably why my mom resented it, or my parents. Like they're just like, you're just making a bunch of noise. And I was like, yeah,
it's art.
It's música, mamá. You wouldn't understand.
It's this back.
Yeah, and I think I remember my teacher was a lady. I remember she would wear like, she's like what you wouldn't expect elementary music teacher to wear. She wore like a lot of layers, and she wore like the big dress skirt. You know what I'm talking about? And she looked kind of like a hippie lady. Yeah, like she, like that's what my music teacher was. Like, she was fun though. Like I I can see how that could be like a thing that like kids are like, she's cool because she wears all this cool stuff. And like me, I would just show up in my freaking, collared shirt, pants. Like, you wouldn't think I'm fun. Even now, you wouldn't think I'm a fun teacher because I don't know.
What is a fun teacher, man?
I don't know. Someone that fucking does cartwheels and I don't know. That's the thing, man. Like, you can have so much passion too, and a kid might not respond to that. Like, they don't care. Some of them don't care. Nowadays, if you talk for more than 5 seconds, they're like, "Man, teacher, why are you yapping?" Like they just have a term for everything now. This generation. So,
but yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
whatever
good luck.
You're gonna do. Enseña bien, inspíralos,
Yeah, inspire them to become great musicians, and if you can't, pues,
thank you.
Break.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. This person says absolutely nothing except you said it in Spanish. He put I can't say it. Absolutamente nada.
No, pues está bien, gracias.
No, pues está bien, gracias.
Gracias por comentar.
Thank you for your contribution. This person not graduating high school, but about to become a sophomore, and I attended the first concert. Can you read that?
Like I think he or she means that they're not graduating high school, they're getting a GED, and not that they're still in high school, they're a sophomore, and they went to their first like mariachi concert.
Oh, that took me a while to decipher.
I think that's what he means.
I think it's whenever
Alan.
Do you use proper grammar when you write?
Yeah,
I do even when I'm texting. I try to.
The only thing I don't do is like include like the period, because sometimes to me like if you include a period means like you're serious or you're mad. To me. So
it just means you wrote a complete sentence.
I know,
that's what it means.
But in texting it's different. You know that.
No.
See, wait.
I use commas. I be using fucking semicolons.
Let's go to the
not like on yours, but like if I'm yours is pura mamadas. No, but I mean on like right here, like I'm just saying that this message would have been helped by a comma or a period
with a NAH.
That's a word.
CUH. That's
a word in Texas. What up, So with it, dog. Yeah. I
got sin stuff to do. What's sinning, bro? 7:30, no PM, no AM. Like, how do I know?
You're dumb. But I'm about to become a sophomore, and I attended the first concert. I don't know what that means. Please use some proper grammar, just so I can read. I can hardly read.
Huh.
So it would help me to see the what are they called? What's it called? What are they called? No, annotations.
Annotations? No, that's
what is the word for all those symbols?
No?
Huh?
Punctuation?
Punctuation. Good job. Si vas a la escuela.
Sí
vas. This person says, not a recent grad, but when I started working out, my violin teacher told me I sound like shit.
I was started like exercising? When I started working out. Or is it, I think he means not a recent grad, but when I started working out of my violin, teacher told me I sounded like shit.
Yeah, I think that's what it means. So like when he started going out there and doing the damn thing.
Damn. Would you rather have a teacher that tells you straight up like, "Hey, aquí suena bien feo," or would you have a teacher that's like more parental, like not parental, more cushy?
You're asking for me, like
yeah.
for me, like for me.
What would you prefer?
Tough love,
like you sound like
tough
shit,
love.
or like.
Well, like that just sounds rude to me.
Like if someone told you like this, like
if they told me like you sound like shit,
yeah,
I think I would be a little like, why are you being so rude? You know. But if he told me constructively, like, no, like you don't sound good, like I'll tell you straight up. I'll be like, okay, as long as they're telling me so that they can help me fix it, then we're good. I don't think it's very. I don't think it helps anybody to just be like, you sound like shit, fix it. How? Like, if you're not giving me any sense of direction other than just straight up critiquing me, then I don't think it's helping anybody.
Because I do like when I teach harp, I do like this. Like I start with a cushion, right? Like when I start working with like the kids, I'm like, okay, let's try this, try that, and then you see them kind of like try to play it, and you're like, okay, it's good. Like it's trash, but I'm like, it's good. Like, síguele, keep trying, and I keep giving like hints, like try this, try that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe towards it gets to like where we've worked several months, or ya digamos que es años, and they're like working for like a competition. I am more like, hey, like we've been working on this for a while, like, and it's not very solid. Like, we have to work on that.
Can you teach me how, or not teach me? Can you show me?
Show you?
So pretend I'm your student.
Okay. Okay, I can be like, okay, we're working on this position for what, like a good, like, month and a half. Like, do you think that's a good level where you're at right now? And then I will probably record you and show you, like, do you think this is good? Okay. And then I would probably say, like, you need to, like, maybe loosen up a little bit your left hand more. Probably, like, work on it by itself, right?
Give me a real world situation.
I can't do that.
So let's say I'm 7 months in.
7 months.
And we've been working on this song, and I came to practice, and it's maybe like 50% there.
50%?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Nah, ¿qué es esa mamada, mijo?
Okay,
no, it's because I need more variables. Like, are we nearing competition or like a show or?
It's not that deep, bro. Just
it's
like
very deep.
I don't know.
Because I have like I always start lenient with something.
Do you talk like serious with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I do like mess around like before or after, but when it's like me, but because they're
teaching
paying,
the actual thing.
Yeah, I am more like, okay,
let's get this shit.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's like in my case it's for an hour, right? The session. So I try to get the most out of that hour. Like, okay, we can joke around like after,
Yeah.
And then after, like, I'm like, hey, when you fuck that shit up, I would have left so hard, bro. Like, no, I don't know. It's like,
Chingo.
It's like banned out. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Which one would you rather have?
I told you, I'd rather just you tell me straight up what I'm
like
messing up on, but at least give me an idea of how to fix it. Don't just critique me. I
so you want someone that does critique you, but also like
finds this, like, what do you want then? Like, and then are you listening to me? Meaning, like, if I had an opinion, are you gonna listen to it, or are you just gonna say no? Like my way's the right way.
Oh, okay.
Like, I would rather also be able to give my opinion as well.
So as long as he's helping you like move forward.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's what I'd want. I'm not saying I'm gonna get that each time, but it would be.
But if he told you like for every time you fuck up, like te lo voy a dar un manazo, would you be okay with that?
Ooh.
What?
That's not too bad. No, yeah. That's my thing. I'd rather you actually help me than just critique me. I guess that's my biggest thing. If you want me to be better, then you would come in with this intention of like helping me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, you want to do Charro Chat?
We didn't talk about anything in the weekend.
Where
we almost died?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. How we almost had a fucking
tornado?
Yeah.
A twister?
Bro, they get because I don't know if maybe more people are like recording or like posting, but this year feels like we're really heavy like on the
naders.
On the naders. On the shark tornado. Fucking Arturo.
Shark tornado.
Yeah. And it's very scary, especially because we live so close to an area where tornadoes are very common.
Well, I told you that the movie Twisters fucked me up when I was a kid. Like,
there's a new one coming out.
Yeah, there's a new one. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah,
it's called Twisters. I want to watch it because that movie traumatized me when I was a kid. I remember seeing it on VHS. I remember popping that bitch into the VCR like, you know.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. No, that movie was scary because whenever they mentioned that it was in Oklahoma, I was like, oh, estoy vivo, like, no me va a pasar nada, you know. But later on, I looked up because we had internet back then. I looked up because we live in Tornado Alley,
yeah,
which is a stretch of along the I-35 heading towards Oklahoma, and that whole stretch of area in the United States is known as a Tornado Alley because of the twisters and the tornadoes and the storms that come through during this season, tornado season.
It's que no hay nada. There's no mountains. There's no nothing. Like from here to like Kansas.
Yeah.
Like it's all very plain. So like there's no hills or mountains for the air to be like
to dissipate.
Yeah. So like when you find the cold front, the hot front, it's very easy for that to happen.
Yeah. So it's very common here for tornadoes. So then that's what scared me.
Okay, how about that? Would you rather like live in an area like this that's prone to tornadoes, or somewhere like Cali where you're more prone to an earthquake?
Earthquake.
Are you tornado team or earthquake team?
Well, that's the thing too.
Team tornado.
It's not as common tornadoes in like a heavily populated area like here. Not to say it won't happen.
Answer the question, Sammy.
I'd rather live here.
Okay.
I'm just kind of giving my reasoning. Like, that's why I live in the city. There's a lot less of a chance for us to happen here. Pero ya ves estos charros, like the guys in our group, like they live in the boonies out there in north of Denton. There are a bunch of little towns, and yeah, that's flat land, dude. There's like no buildings and no nothing there. So that's where it gets scary. Like, I remember, were you ever traumatized by the weather? Like the weather reports? Fuck, man. Like the fucking
yeah,
like that. That sound is like ingrained in my skull. Like I remember hearing that shit. Like you'd be watching a fucking show con madres. You're just like, I was watching Everybody Hates Chris, and then like I don't know, it just goes and I remember just being like.
Because it shows you like the whole map, like
and then like the motherfucker in the suit. If you are in whatever county in here, you need to take shelter now. Like it's just the way that they would shout at you, like.
And they say it's so slow to it, like Tarrant County.
Whatever they would go pass by, like all the counties in Tarrant.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know much. I didn't know what the fuck Tarrant was. All I knew is that I lived in Tarrant, motherfucker. So when Tarrant came, I was like, like, yeah, it was scary as shit, bro. So, like, I remember being traumatized like that. So, there was a while that I was scared of, like, thunder and thunderstorms and all that. Yeah. I mean, I grew up a little bit after that.
I think the most we get is, like, tornado...
Watch. It's almost never a warning, yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's been, like my mom says, there was one, like, in 2001.
Yeah, it's the one that tore...
And that one actually, like, touched down, like, in...
It touched down
downtown.
in downtown, and it fucked up all the buildings. It broke.
Yeah.
I remember going to downtown. I have, like, a faint memory of us going over there. It was, like, in 2000.
Yeah,
and I remember
like, there were, like, computers on the...
there was documents and, like, a bunch of debris all over the ground. Like, I mean, just imagine. Like, it literally looked like a movie. And it was crazy because, I still have, like, faint memories of that. And...
I wasn't here for that. That's why.
No, it was a thing. Like there was totally a tornado that like tore through downtown.
It's really like scary because if you've seen Twister, you know what I'm talking about. But like when you are on tornado watch, like if you do outside, you see some of the clouds move a little too fast. You know, like
I've had that before too. Like anything that looks like a triangle, bro, I'm like, fuck, man, one more even.
Yeah, because you're like, you know, you're having a good time. You're like, it's so windy, and you look up and you see this whole cloud just do like, it looks like the little bat bombs, you know, like the whole fucking
yeah.
Like,
I'm like, what's all that movement up there?
You know.
No, so this week, it got really bad here in North Texas. Like, it started because we were gonna go to Wichita Falls, and on the way there, well, I fell asleep like the whole time. Like I was asleep until we got to like this one gas station. We stopped to pee and get a drink or whatever, and then some white dude pulls up next to us because I guess he's seen us in uniform and our trajes, and he was like, "Where you guys headed?" We're like Wichita Falls, and he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you guys should watch out because apparently there's reports coming that the tornado headed that way." We're like, what? It's like, we're just like...
Should have been like, yo soy el peligro, jefe.
Yeah.
I'm the danger.
Yeah, I'm the danger. That was me all like tough. I was like, but no, like he just mentioned that it was getting bad that because it was raining. It's been raining all the month of May. Has just been crazy with rain and it's called April showers, not May showers.
Yeah. What made me more aware, I guess, or more scared was that we saw the actual like storm chasers.
Yeah,
because they had Dorothy out here, bro. Like,
we started. Me and Arturo started doing lines from the Twisters movie.
Yeah,
we're like, it's me, Joe.
Yeah.
Because that's her name. Her
So forget about it. Like,
yeah.
think about what you have in front of you.
Yeah.
Or some shit like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
Think about what you got right in front of you.
He's like, what? It's like, me,
Me,
Joe.
Joe.
They lost a chava, güey, like on the radio.
On the radio? Yeah.
Like, culero.
Sí, and she's like, I'm leaving. It's like, oh, okay. I was like, no, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I remember that movie. It's such a good movie. You haven't seen Twisters.
And then they were watching The Shining.
Yeah, they were watching The Shining. Yeah, in the drive-in. Yeah.
Bro, I was in the movie a million times.
Yeah, me too. I had it on VHS. My cousin had it on VHS. Anyway, so yeah, you're right. Like we started driving still to because la chamba se va a hacer, güey. Like we have to.
Vamos a llegar.
Yeah, like you know, like that's us, bro. Like we go through naders, like freaking earthquakes. It don't matter. Like we're gonna get to the gig. Maybe we'll be late, you know, because we were late, but we'll get there. So we went through this whole tornado system because, like, you're right. Like we were just passing, you see all these like cars with like little yellow sirens going the other way. We're like, should we be like following the guys that are saying to go back, you know? And Arturo's like, no, we gotta go to this Chamba way. Ya vamos tarde, way.
He said that.
No, I'm
okay.
assuming he's thinking that because the client, también, by the time we got there,
He was like, he's like, y'all actually came? Like,
yeah. Because like we went to that house, right? That's the one we were going to. Yeah. So by the time we got there, ahí se miraba como si nada pasó. Like it didn't rain. Like so, we literally went through like the storm system to get over there. And when we finally went over there, we played that 3-hour gig or whatever. But like in my head, I'm like, you should have just told the client, wait, like we went through a fucking tornado twister system just to get here, you know. Like, that's an advertisement right there, you know. Realistically. But no, anyway, the biggest thing was that like on the way back too, after we were done with the 3 hours, there was another report because there was like we looked at the radar and there was like this huge.
Well, that
system.
one was an actual touchdown, right?
Yeah,
I don't think the one that we went going away. That was a touchdown.
Boyle said that there was a touchdown in a nearby town. He told me a town. Okay. There was a touchdown. It was a nearby town that we passed.
But the Cowboys could never, bro. No, just kidding.
Yeah, once they heard touchdown, they're like, what? Like, no, yendo para adelante, para atrás, when we were finished with that one after the gig. We were finished with that, so we were driving back. And we had left the cars in Denton, which is, again, North Texas. It's like the bigger part of North Texas now. That's where UNT is, University of North Texas. TWU, Texas Women's. So we left the cars there, and Boyle was freaking out a little bit because there was a huge storm system that had reports of large tornadoes that were hitting the area. And since these guys live a little bit farther north of Denton, I mean, they're pretty much saying that this tornado was gonna hit where they live. Yeah. And I remember just being like, "Oh shit, like that's pretty dangerous. You know, that's pretty bad." And like Boyle too, he was like on his camera. His camera's at the house, and the full time he was like, "Fuck, what the fuck?" Because he lost power so like it lost the camera signal or whatever. I was like, wait, your house is in the nader, bro, like in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
No, but luckily for them, the tornado system had pretty much skipped over the town, and I think it branched off into other storm systems or something like that. But like really lucky for them because a lot of people, didn't get affected in that town. But then it salió afterwards that man, like tornadoes are dangerous. Like I'm not taking them lightly. Like they are very dangerous. They fucked up a bunch of the houses over there, and people got lost without their homes. And that's what sucks about those systems.
People died on this one.
People died in this one, yeah. People were trapped in a gas station, también aquí. Because I think whenever like they say seek shelter, they mean like seek shelter.
Yeah, like underground.
They're just in general get inside somewhere because esa cosa te puede levantar and it'll fucking fling you. You know, like you're not supposed to be out when there's a nader. And then, kind of like you said, there's people on TikTok. They've been coming up on mine. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
People are just standing like in front of a tornado, like recording. I'm like, wait, you should probably get inside. Wait, like this isn't necessarily the most safest situation for you. You should probably get inside.
It's really crazy how the little, I don't know what it's called.
What are you talking about?
I want to call it like an event horizon, but it's not. It's like a spot where like it's gonna pick you up. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Because you can only get you can get relatively close to like a twister and like no te recoge until there's this like area where like
Oh,
it goes from 0 to 100 like really quick.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Because that's how people get so close. They're like recording it, and they're like como una cuadra like from it, casi. You know what I'm talking about? But let's say you take like another step, maybe. I don't know.
Y te puede llevar.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's like a hot zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're not supposed to be around it. Yeah.
Because people are like, yeah, in those videos, they look really, really close.
Yeah,
like,
there's one of, I had seen, there was a dude recording on his porch. Like, he was recording from inside, like, the doorway of his house. And it took the porch, like
exactly,
the tornado was going around the house. So you saw him, like, just standing there, but, like, parts of his house was just flying off, like the roof and everything. And it was just literally being sucked into this, like, huge storm. So, like, seeing a tornado, like, fuck, man, like, yo sí me meo.
That's what's important, too, like, the path, like, wherever it's going. Because wherever it goes, like, that building's gonna get torn to shreds, you know? But, like, the buildings next to it are fine. Like, it's very weird how, like, when a tornado passes. Yeah.
Because, like, it's oddly specific. Like, I'm assuming with the hurricane, like, once you're in the storm, you're in the storm. Like, you have all these winds. But if I can recall correctly, like, the winds of a tornado are just as fast as a hurricane. They're just very centralized. They're very centralized on one location as opposed to, like, a storm system, like a hurricane that's, like, everywhere. But this, like, it's, like, literally a path. So it'll go through the path and it just leaves, like, destruction in the whole path.
Yeah.
So, like, let's say there's a freaking barn right there. Done.
Era.
Yeah, it basically, or, like, a house or a trailer or whatever. Like, it's going to rip through it. Because you remember... you know how they have them like classified, like F1, F2, F3, F4, F5 is the biggest one. I didn't get to see how big this one was. I don't know.
Honestly, it was big enough to take houses apart.
Yeah, there was trailer parks that were completely destroyed, and it's crazy to think that like we're driving on the way to the gig, you know, and they're all like, there's a tornado, and we're just driving. Like, you could do that. You could just drive through, like, these freeways. I mean, unless you don't see one or nothing, I guess it's fine. But
we were doing it for a bit. We're like, oh, there was a touchdown. We're like,
yeah, bro. Because we're all just sitting there in the van, like, no. Because it was crazy because, like, we were driving through, and it was black. Like, it was dark outside. And then we got to a path donde salió el sol, and it was completely open and stuff like that. Like, you could actually see light, and it's like, oh, shit, like, that's crazy, the difference. Like, the storm system. Like, after we passed the storm system, that's how it looks like nothing is happening over here, because it's like there's no cloud cover whatsoever. Yeah. But, I mean, we got to the gig, and we played the 3 hours, and...
No rajamos. I'm like, Mariachi Allende a su servicio.
A sus órdenes. I mean, I wouldn't prefer to drive through a twister, but...
But if we have to, we will.
But if we have to, we will.
Come at me, like... Lo que quieran.
Lo que quieran. And we did it. We did 3 hours and we came all the way back. We actually finished kind of relatively early.
Is that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no me digas. I was there. I just wasn't.
I was there.
I was there.
I promise.
Está frío, no? Yeah, let's do Charro Chat real quick. We got a lot of them, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
So this is Charro Chat. This person says, have y'all ever gotten paid with fake money? Like the client gave a fake, but the boss didn't realize it. Have you ever gotten a fake one?
There have been some bills that like are a little sketchy, you know, and I'm like, And then I go to the ATM para depositar, and it gives it back. So I'm just like, So I go to the gas station. I'm like, me fiesta, por. Me da 5 de 20, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's real, I swear. Like,
and then they're like, get this motherfucker. He's using counterfeit bills.
So, I mean, I don't know if... no sé.
There's questionable bills sometimes. Like, Arturo already knows this, but, like, I told him to give me all the old bills. Because, like, I like the green bills. Because you know how, like, now all the new bills are blue.
I like blue, yeah.
But, like, anytime that we get paid every once in a while, we get paid with the green ones, the old green ones. And sometimes we get paid with the even older ones. It's got, like, an older portrait of Benjamin Franklin. I've got, like, 2 or 3 of those. And I told them, like, anytime you get an old bill, like, me lo das. Like, I just have a collection of, like, green bills. So he gives them to me, but then I start thinking, and I'm like, because a lot of places don't take them anymore because a lot of those bills are out of circulation because they're not being used anymore. Like the when they print new bills, they're all blue. So like a lot of businesses, they either won't take it or they like look at it and they're like, this is kind of weird. So like might not want to use it.
They take the pen like.
Yeah, no, that's when they mark it or whatever. But I haven't used them, so like I really hope that like I'm over here with my finances. I'm like, oh, I have them all. You know, I have all the bills. Voy a comprar un carro, and they're like, you know, like 90% of these bills are fake. Right? They're like, huh?
That's just literally Kleenex, bro. Like I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
They're like, yeah, it's a rapper. He just fucking rips it like nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Maybe some of the bills are just too old for the machine to recognize. So I just go anywhere. I'm like, voy a comprar unos chicles. I'm like, oh, aquí tiene.
It's like you go to supermercado El Rancho or something. Yeah, like you buy one bubulubu. And then they give you fucking $97 back.
It's like the 30-cent chicles.
The canels, the canels. Fuck. The 25 centavos. I think in Mexico they're only like 5 to 10 pesos back then. Like,
they're just like,
ahorita están de pesos. They're probably.
It's like, your change is 99.75. It's like, oh, can I have them in 20s?
Can I get it in all ones, please? Also, like the last $10, can I get them in pennies?
Can you give me like 10 fives and just give me the money? Like.
Just give me the money. Just put it in the bag, bro. You're robbing them.
Yeah.
Just put it in the bag, bro.
Your own change.
Next one says, do you guys remember how much was your first check?
It's like $20.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I still remember your first gig. It was Fogatas, right?
Yeah.
Your first gig was Fogatas.
That was like $20, right?
Cuando no sabías cómo tocar el guitarrón. Todavía, ¿verdad? Pero.
Ahora menos. Ahora más.
I remember you just basically held it for 3 hours.
Bro, okay. Ni me ayudaba ni nada.
I know, dude. That's so funny, man.
Just like.
Huh?
Just like.
Yeah, you were just kind of like phoning it in. And I was like, and at the time I was trying to tell you, I'd be like, C, D. You're like,
I'm like, ¿cuál es esa?
But yeah, I think we got paid like $20 there. Yeah. And I think.
And then we went to go waste it at Denny's. Or to go eat somewhere.
Did you ever go to Ritzky's with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on Sundays, when we used to make $20 at Pastores, afterwards we would go to like Risky's. That's where I would spend my money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we never really made anything. We just spend it on food.
It's like, I thought we were just hanging out.
No, mommies.
Yeah, but I think that was my first check too. If I can remember, it was probably actually. I don't remember my first gig ever.
Oh, ever? No, I can tell you.
Well, that was yours. Fogatas was your first.
No, you never gig with Elder?
No, that doesn't count. You didn't make money. Count?
Oh, but that was a different question because we said my first gig.
No, it says your first check.
I know, but you said my first gig.
Oh, my bad.
That's why I'm like, that's different.
I don't remember the first time I made money from Mariachi, I guess. And if I'm thinking right, it had to be like $20 to $40.
Yeah.
So I mean that was kind of like the standard in that group that I played with.
That's from Atlanta. That's why, or at least I'm hoping that.
Actually, I'm lying. Before that, I played with a friend of mine named Isidro. You remember him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There was one time where he was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna put like a little group together and we're gonna do serenatas on Mother's Day."
Oh.
So that was like the first time I ever played with somebody because I think I was wearing just like black pants, like my boots, my cowboy boots, and like. Like I didn't look like a mariachi, and I was using Adrian's vihuela. You remember Adrian's? It was like a sol, no? I used his vihuela because I didn't have one. I was like, "Hey man, can I borrow it?" And he said, "Yeah." Anyway, and we went to. I remember because we spent that whole day playing, bro. Mother's Day or whatever it was. I don't remember exactly. It must have been Mother's Day. I spent the whole day playing, and thinking back, I think I made like $100.
$100?
I wasn't charging. He was,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think he was cheating me. I just think we didn't know what to charge. So we're probably doing all these little serenades because we just played serenades. We couldn't even do an hour. I remember they did like a bunch. We did a bunch of serenades all fucking day, like running around and shit. And I came home with like a little bit over $100. And I remember my parents, my mom specifically telling me like, y eso es como, how'd you say it? She's like, ahora sí sabes que es ganar like $100, And in my mind, I was like, man, this fucking sucks. Like, because I was tired of shit, you know? Yeah, because like a kid, like, I had to be like 14, 15 years old or whatever I was. And so at the time, making that money, like, it was like, fuck yeah, like $100. The most money I've ever seen in my life. But I also worked all fucking day. So I remember thinking, like, this is kind of hard. But like now thinking back, I'm like, what the fuck was he charging? Like, why did I only make $100? It's like, fue mi primera caimanera.
Empezando fuerte, güey.
Sí, güey. Empezando a todo dar, güey. Motherfucker walked away with like $1,000 that weekend. Yo, puro 100 bolas, güey. I was still pretty happy, you know. I was like, voy a comprar snacks con madre, güey.
You're gonna be like at the lunch line. They give me tater tots. You're like, give me another one. Add another tater.
Give me another serving. I know you're not supposed to do that, but you know what?
He's like, I'll pay you the $5. Like,
yeah.
Hasta me sobra, güey.
You know what? Let me get 2 cookies.
You know what? This whole line, like, I got him. Like,
yeah, like that one poor kid. He's like, hey, you want to eat today?
He like, hoy me levanté con ganas de alimentar a los pobres. Sí. ¿Qué quieres?
I'm like, you want 2?
¿Quieres 2 lechitas?
Dale 3 al güey.
Ya te tengo.
This person says, what do y'all think of weekday plantas or like on Saturday? They feel kind of weird to me.
Weekday plantas?
Oh, we have weekday plantas. We have Thursday and Friday.
They're the best spot to do them.
I like our schedule. Like, yeah, I think one thing that is a benefit of having plantas is that you have a place that people can come watch you for free. And they can see if they want to hire you or not. A lot of people do that with us. They'll come watch us first. And then, pues, también es como para mirar el ambiente, you know, I think too. It's a good place to do it. Because sometimes we go to some gigs and we're like so hype and the people are just all fucking sad and depressed. So like sometimes it's not our fault. Like sometimes estamos echando ganas and they still don't care, you know. So if you have a whack party, that's on you. But like if you come to our planta and you say that we're like animals or whatever and you hire us and we don't bring that same or
that's
that
true.
same,
like we reflect whatever like the crowd is in the mood for.
Yeah,
because we can get there con todo el ánimo. But if you guys are asking fucking la misma y
por tu maldito amor, amor
eterno, you know, pues that's the vibe you want us to put on because that's the songs you asked for, you know. So
because your vibe is trash, you know.
No saben hacer pachangas, güey.
Would you do a planta on Saturday? Kind of like Michoacán does. Remember how they had el pulpo on Saturday?
I wouldn't be in a group that does. Because I do think that it's a loss. Because the whole point of a planta is to get work for the weekend.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't gain a lot of... I think... Well, I'm not going to say how much we make because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we don't... Arturo said himself, like, we would rather work... Like, we give up the planta on Friday sometimes for work.
Yeah.
Porque se gana más
no sale
en los
mejor.
jales,
Yeah.
you know? So, like, the whole point of a planta is to get exposure to, like, you know...
to get those gigs.
Yeah, get work on a day, too, that we wouldn't regularly work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we don't regularly work on Thursdays, like, si acaso un funeral, ¿sabes? But it's not every week.
Yeah.
So that's why Thursdays, pues, it's good to have a planta. Fridays, it's good to have a planta. You get work, then pass it over to someone that doesn't have work, and then you do the gig. Yeah. But on Saturday, like, would you rather do a planta de 2 horas con 3 horas de talón compared to like 3 hours? Ya no es lo mismo.
True. Just financially, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess it depends on how much that planta's giving you, honestly. Any advice for recording video and audio specifically for gigs?
You, bro. I'm not using my teléfono.
Recording video and audio specifically for gigs. I mean, as far as video, I don't really record anything like that. Back then, I used to. GoPro? Yeah, back then I used to use the GoPro for like the vlogs and stuff. It's a pretty portable device. It takes you anywhere, and you can put it anywhere. It's tiny too. I mean, the GoPro is like this small, so like when you could just. I used to have this clip. And I used to clip it to my jacket, and it was kind of cool to just get some videos of that. And then as far as audio, I don't record any audio for that. The camera already has audios. I think you can attach a microphone to it actually too.
Oh, sir?
Like a little portable one, but it picks up better audio than like the speaker that it has.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and it's kind of better. I looked into that because I thought maybe to use it, but we didn't end up doing it. But yeah, GoPros are cool little devices. That's why I have it here. I just haven't used it in a while. But maybe soon. I don't know. We'll see. This person says, if you could spend a week with your mariachi role models, who would it be and why? Role models. I don't think any of them.
Conmigo, papi.
Yeah, no, just kidding. I would spend it with who would I want to spend my days with? Like, what do you mean? Like walks at the beach, or like we go to Chili's and get a triple dipper?
Besitos.
Or besitos, you idiot. Well, you used to hang out with Ivano when you were at RGV.
Yeah, but I didn't get with them.
No. He's just that's what they're saying. You would just hang out.
No, I think he said like work.
If you could spend a week with your mariachi role models.
That's
what I mean. Like walking at the beach, going to the pier, going on dates. Like, what do you mean? Like
besitos.
Was it? Yeah. Like, what would you do? What would y'all hang out? Was it always official, or did you guys go?
No, like we would like always go out to eat.
Okay.
And like hang out. Yeah, like
you just talk and get wisdom from him and stuff. That's cool. Ivan Velasco. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. I've never talked to him.
He's very cool. Te alburea bien raro.
Really?
It's like it's weird. Like yeah, no, he's cool. He's very cool. Like he's you know, and you get a drink on him too. Like he's super chill. Like because that's what we did too. We just kind of like drank.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here. Like,
con todos, right?
Yeah, that's what they do, man. Like, and that's not bad. I mean, that's how they. If anything, they look at you weird if you don't drink. Because I've gotten that before. Like, because yo antes no tomaba mucho, But now, like, if they were to offer me something, I'll do it, because of the peer pressure. But like,
I just want to belong.
I feel like that's how they know that you're cool. Like, if you're drinking with them and just hanging out and not treating them like they're hot shit like everybody else does, just treat them like a normal person, and they kind of open up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like the answer I was gonna say is like, he's not really a role model to me, but he's more like he was cool. Like when Arturo Vargas was here, like I didn't know what to expect because they kind of told us like, yeah, he's gonna work with us for a couple of weeks, and Arturo Vargas is a world-renowned musician, like at least in the mariachi world, and as a singer and as a person. So I didn't know how it was gonna be, especially because we're all those madrosos and stuff. But he warmed up to us like pretty quick. And he loved you, bro. Like,
bro?
What do you mean?
No me acuerdo.
He's like, mi Victor, ¿cómo estás, mi Victor? And then like when y'all were like playing around and shit. Like, yeah. He
would make fun of me. He was making fun of me, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro. He loved you, bro. Like, he really did. But he was cool, like, just be around. Because, I mean, I only saw him as, like, that guy that's in Vargas. Not that guy, right? But the singer from Vargas, he's a big deal. But, like, when he was here, he ended up doing just like us. And he would even cuss and everything. That for me, that's how I know, like, they're cool. Like, when they start cussing. It just sucks because I can't do it back in Spanish. I'm just like, what up, motherfucker? Like, I can't do that. Like, you're not in English.
You're like, ¿qué onda, pinche wey?
Yeah. That like Canelo, like whenever they say motherfucker, he's like, fuck my mother. He's like, what? He's like, dude, fuck, dude. It's like, nah, it's not what I meant.
You're like, I'm bitch.
I'm bitch. I'm pussy. Like, nah, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I think there's a language barrier between us. It's not your fault. Motherfucker, you speak English? You speak English the whole time I've been here. Fucking love that audio. It's from a show called Eastbound and Down. That's a good show. Yeah, but
I don't know, man. Like,
well, I just kind of gave it to you, right?
Ooh.
Hurry up.
Like hang out. Fuck.
Yeah, like go to Six Flags with. I don't know.
Like,
Six Flags is like our Disneyland, bro.
Like Don Pepe, bro. Just
take him to.
Just like, ¿le gusta el Titan?
I take him to putt. I don't jugamos around. Take him to the batting cages.
Los carritos chocones, güey. Just like
the bumper cars. That's what they call them, carritos chocones.
Yeah.
Really? Oh shit! I never thought about that. I thought it was just a bumper car. No.
All right, see it.
Charros guandajones are everywhere. What's the craziest thing you've seen? What does that mean?
What's huevones?
I thought you would know. You're Mexican.
It sounds like you want to say huevones. No, or like crazy, because it's like, what's the craziest thing you've seen? I'm gonna look it up.
I think all the crazy things that I have seen, I can't say on this podcast because someone's either getting arrested, someone is getting
Arrested?
I don't know. No, I meant like for saying the things that I've seen. Someone will get arrested. Somebody will. I don't know. It's just nos va a ir mal a todos. You know. Like, you know what I mean? I can't say the things that I have seen. They are crazy.
Persona tonta o simplona. ¿Qué es simplona? Huh?
I don't know what that means.
Like persona tonta, like someone's been stupid.
Oh, what's the craziest thing you've seen? I mean, the biggest ones always have are alcohol. You know, alcohol does affect somebody's judgment. So let's just say that. So it's not necessarily crazy. It's just it's crazy to see people like you know. That's the only thing.
Nombre es que.
Like I said, I want anybody to get arrested. Okay, los regañen. Yeah. I don't know. What else am I supposed to say? I don't know.
Craziest thing you seem like, yo soy la locura, papá.
Yo soy la locura. Yo soy el peligro, jefa.
I mean, I have seen those videos, like, donde se pelean. Like,
anytime I see Balcón, bro, like, there's always some crazy shit on there.
Yeah.
Makes me think of all this shit.
It makes me, like, because I always think, like, nah, like, somos un desmadre, right?
Yeah.
But then you see those videos, I'm like, oh, estamos de calmados.
I know, dude. Like, there are some times when I hear shit about other groups and I'm like, man, like, I know we're crazy, but, like, that's straight criminal. You know?
Like, that's I'm like, we're not so bad.
You know, we're not so bad, you know. Lo bueno que tenemos buen corazón.
Sí,
you know, that's what I
Le echamos ganas.
This person says, what Vivuela pigs do you use? I actually use, I don't know if they're branded, and I bought like a big amount of them when I went to San Antonio. At Mariachi Connection, they had like these clear picks, and I have not been able to find them anywhere else. I don't know what brand they are. I don't know where they get them at, but I got them at Mariachi Connection in San Antonio. And I have a couple of them left, and I'm like really hoping that they last until the next time I go to San Antonio. So those are the ones I use. I know I have one that I bought from Zombie, and it was a Sonora pick, and that one's good too. I like that one. I use that one on one of the Vihuelas, and then the rest of them are just like the Dunlop brand, but those are real hit and miss. So that's all I have. I like using the clear one though because it looks like you don't have a pick on, so it's cool. I always like the clear ones. But yeah, that's the ones that I had. San Antonio.
Cool.
Have you ever had a group or caiman you'll never work for again, no matter what? Yeah.
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 Wait, have you ever had
a caiman? Yeah, of course I do. And the reason why is because, again, like I can't deal with people that are unreasonable or people that are just like chaotic. I can't do that. People that don't have common sense. People that can't fucking think straight. Because I like to think that everybody wants to work comfortably. And if we can't do that as a collective whole because you bring a fucking toxicity to the group or toxicity to anyone you talk to, like, nah, bro. That's not for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's fair.
You got to make sure that, like, especially if you're a boss, man, like you have to bring a certain level of organization to a group, and if you can't do that, and that's why people leave your group, and it's too much. If this is a hobby that I like to do, I don't want to be put in a situation where I don't like what I'm doing. I want to have fun where I'm at. I want to enjoy my time and working time with the people I'm with, and if this person is fucking crazy and making everybody feel bad, I'm done.
Yeah, that's fair.
And sometimes when I hear about those groups, I'm like, I don't know how the fuck they have members. I really don't know how they have members.
No, but it's like necesidad, bro.
I guess, but like, damn, bro, like look for somewhere else. Because goddamn, this dude's an idiot. But yeah, that's my biggest thing. So I know, yeah, there's specific people I will never work for again.
Yeah, me too. There's like one. I want to say like at least 3 groups that when they call me, I'm just like, estoy dormido.
Estoy dormido.
You know.
Yeah. What was your least favorite or worst group suit you've had to wear?
Mine, it
Least favorite?
was, huh? Oh,
Least favorite?
it was mainly because no me quedaba. It was also kind of like weird, pero era un traje como azul cielo.
Azul, like baby blue?
Yeah. Pero haz de cuenta, like, the jacket, it was, like, for someone that was really short and really, like, ancho. So, like, it was, for me, like, when I put it on, it was, like, you know.
Came
and
out
then,
too
like,
much.
lo me alcanzaba como hasta acá, güey. Parecía como stripper, you know.
So it was more because you didn't like the fit.
Yeah, it was also, like, a weird color, like.
You didn't like the look either?
No, I can't find a blue here. Like, no. It's probably, like,
What's baby blue?
something like that, you know.
Okay.
Pero, o sea, el color se veía como... It had, like, a weird hue to it. Like, it looked very, like, gastado, very... You know? That's why, like, I haven't told him, like... Yeah, like, can we wear something else? Like,
can we wear something else, please?
Yeah. That's the one for me. Y luego, la gala está bien fea también. It was, like... Like, los broches, it was just, like... Looked like rocks.
Yeah, I think definitely you have to have, like, a sense of style to get a good traje.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of good in some simplicity, just keeping it simple. But yeah, you're right. Like, if it's too much, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Brother, ugh.
Exactly.
I think I liked all the trajes I've worn. You're right though. Like, if it doesn't fit me right, I don't like it. I don't like how it fits on my body. It's not necessarily my favorite. I know it's not their fault. My body should be the one fitting into the traje.
No, it's because sometimes it's not your traje.
Oh,
like
it's my
like,
traje. All right.
Oh.
It's just that ya no me queda, güey. But like, then not at this point, I don't want to wear it anymore because no me queda.
Yeah.
So that's on me to get a new traje. But yeah, I mean, I liked all the designs of the groups I played on. I'm not too picky when it comes to suits. I just like how they look. If it's made correctly, it'll look good. If you pull it off, you pull it off. So it's whatever. Here's the last one. What do y'all find is an acceptable rate for the Caiman to keep? I mean, it's not really a dollar amount. Like, I can't say like, oh yeah, he can make $30, $40, whatever. It's more like whatever's gonna keep the group going forward. Meaning, like, if it costs this much money to get the mics, and pay for the gas or pay for the transportation or whatever they think is fair, I'm okay with, as long as I'm getting my rate. Like, if I feel like my rate is fair, I really don't care what they make, honestly. Like, if I'm paying an hour and I'm getting paid like 80 or like 70 or whatever the going rate is here in DFW anymore, I don't know. I think it's like 80, right? I don't know what it is anymore.
Yeah, it's about.
Well, let's say like if that's my rate, like $80 to $100, and I'm making that per hour, I can't really complain.
True. Especially when they're like driving and doing like all
exactly. If
stuff.
the boss has to deal with so much that I don't have to, so I look at it like, yeah, maybe he's making a shitload more than me. It's also his group. I don't make the decision in the group. I don't talk to clients. I don't fucking get calls at 3 p.m. talking about, can you show up to a gig at 4 p.m. I was like, no, stupid. Like,
yeah,
you know, like, he's got to get those calls. Like, not me. I'm like, and this guy's over here like, no, we can't go to your party. That's in 30 minutes. Like, you should have called like 4 weeks ago. Like, what the fuck?
30 days.
Yeah, at least, you know. And some people don't understand that.
Yeah.
But they have to deal with that, and I don't. So I can't really say how much he should be paid. Like, if he feels like that's what his fair rate is, and okay, as long as it's not affecting what I think is fair for me, then we're good. You can't go and expect, like, I feel like some people are like that. They're like, no, I get expected pay of $100 per hour. Okay, what do you bring to the group? Oh, pues I don't do this, I don't know songs. Okay, well then why are you expecting to get paid $100? Like, you have to know your shit, I would assume, to want to demand that much money.
True.
You got to pull your weight in whatever group you're in.
Yeah,
and that's why you get paid.
But even then, that's the job. You know, if all you're doing is getting in the van and then like playing, then I mean, why should you get more than the others?
Exactly.
You know. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but just take in mind that, you know, at least for us, if you take Arturo in mind, like he drives everywhere for the most part, and he does maintenance to the van. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Yeah, he deals with clients, with the people at the planta, you know. He does that. And he has to do like las cuentas. I think that's the part that would make me stress out the most. Like haciendo las cuentas para todos and like that, and then take all in that. Could you do that? You know, so it's like
if you
it's like you say, whatever he wants, as long as I'm getting paid well, which I feel like I am here. You know, me pagan 150 la hora.
Jala, wait. It's like how they say in jobs, you're not supposed to say your salary to
like, don't discuss like your salary with your
coworker. I remember I found that out real quick at my first job because I apparently told him like what I was starting off at. He was like, "Oh fuck no, like I'm making less than you. I've been here like a year." And then he went to go complain, and of course he said, "Well, Sammy's making whatever." I'm like, "Ben, they were like, why the fuck did you involve me?"
Your next paycheck is like, "Oh fuck,
FICA."
Well, he's taking my money.
Yeah. That's it. That's another episode of CharroBeans podcast. This is episode 131. We hope that you guys enjoyed this week's edition of the episode. Please make sure that you're liking, subscribing, and friending everything. Just share with your friends.
Yeah.
And
share with your parents. No, don't share with parents.
Tell your mom.
No.
Just keep sharing us. We hope that this is a great place for you guys to keep watching and learning and getting dumber with us. So please come back and listen to the next episode of CharroBeans next week. We appreciate you.
Love you guys. See you next week.
Appreciate you. I guess not. I want to go, bro. Because I don't even like pickles on my hot dogs, but it looks good. Eh?